Greetings, loyal subjects, and welcome to another episode of... Oh, sorry. I'm doing things wrong. Welcome to another episode of Sunless Sea. This is Chris of the California Kings, also known as Idaho Jack on Steam. And in this episode, we are returning to the Isle of Cats. I had decided to just come over here and drop off the notes from the Alarming Scholar to Isri. Isri gave me quite a few pieces of compensation, including but not limited to some outlandish artifacts, which I need in order to go to Frostbound for the Sigil-Ridden Navigator storyline. I was literally about to turn around and head that way when I noticed that there is a new option here. Experiments in red honey. The next time you are summoned to see your patron, it is not in their offices in the honey tongue. Instead, you find yourself in a well-lit laboratory of book-lined walls and delicate equipment. Isri does not pause in their task of pouring red honey into a cucurbit flask. It is possible to encourage lamplighter bees to seek out one kind of memory over another, they announce, without any preamble. It's all about what you expose the bee to once it has drunk the maddening nectar of the crimson roses. But it is an uncertain process, full of guesswork. The Alarming Scholar and I have been trying to apply the scientific method, you could say. They look fond for a moment, soft. I require you to perform a little experiment for me. Shouldn't take long. Passion for science. I'll send a mellifluous sister with you. Just expose the bee to intense emotion. Pick one, and don't get too fancy. Isri packs you off to the honey tongue, reasoning that emotions are bound to run high in its silk-clad rooms. Mellifluous sister follows behind you, holding a crazed lamplighter bee in a filigreed cage. She mutters susurring prayers under her breath. Oh, good. A purposeful assignation. The courtesans at the honey tongue are warm and accommodating if you have the coin. 10 echo, that's not bad. Start a bar fight, easy enough in a crowd such as this one and guaranteed to generate intense feeling. The question is, do you dare? But I'm not sacrificing a member of my crew. I'm going to start a bar fight. It's a very modest challenge. It's a 73% chance. You end up on top of a table, dueling with a wild-eyed pirate carrying an antique sword. Your limbs feel as though they are touched by fire and wind, and you laugh as your blade strikes true. I talk well. Your luck holds for your next two challengers, and the two after that. You are almost disappointed when the brawl staggers to a halt. One of the courtesans drops a man she was strangling with her silk scarf, and calls for honeymead for those who are left standing. The mellifluous nun, who is entirely unscathed, of course, catches your eye from across the room and gives you a nod. She takes the caged bee and slips back to Isri's laboratory. A job well done. Royal prerogatives. I have been singing your praises to Leopold. Isri's eyes warm at the name. You could almost envy the Pirate King. Almost. I would like to introduce you to him. Yes, I think it is time. They make a mime of thoughtfulness, though each word they say is carefully measured. But when one meets a king, one needs exactly the right sort of gift. It's only polite. I need... Oh, okay, well, I can't do that right now. Alright. That's fantastic. Okay, well... my cargo is completely full at the moment, so I can't really do anything else. So, might as well save. Alright. So, I originally was going to... You know what? The Wreck of the Nocturne, that's where I'm headed. I'm just going there. I'm just going to do it, because my original intent was stop by Port Cavendish, swing over to the Wreck of the Nocturne, because I've got Foxfire candles, and see what is going on in the Wreck of the Nocturne, because I do not believe I have done anything over there up to this point yet. But now that I have the outlandish artifact, I have every intention of making my way over to Frostbound and finishing out the story of the Sigil-Ridden Navigator. But we are here. I have the means. I have the, shall we say, the drive. So, let us head on over to the Wreck of the Nocturne, which is a short ways away, so I will not jump cut. One of the things that I am thinking about doing for you loyal subjects, please leave a comment if this is something you would like to see me do. I am considering starting over. Now, you might think, again, but I am considering starting over and making an attempt at an Invictus run. I want to get the Invictus token, which means no manual saving at any dock, just the game saving itself for me. If that is something that you would like to see, comment. If I get enough comments, messages, whatever, then I will make that attempt. Until then, let us enter the Wreck of the Nocturne and see what we can find. This webbed hulk of this once proud vessel refuses to be dragged beneath the black waves. Superstitions of the sea give even cynical sailors pause before ransacking half-drowned vessels. Still, nothing in the code prohibits indulging curiosity. Foxfire candles and... okay. A harrowing emptiness. The fate of the Nocturne is well known and proven by the web stretching across its battered hull. Aside from those and a few signs of struggle, the contents lie mostly undisturbed. After all, what use have the masters of Savior's Rocks for trinkets, baubles, gold, and gems? If the crew and passengers were lucky, they merely became lunch. If not, you've heard the stories. The kind of Z stories saved for campfires on distant shores and cold nights when the rigging creaks. Of the Tree of Ages, the harbinger of doom, crewed by sorrow spiders. What happened to the lovers who found Storm's broken heart in a sandalwood box? The suicide songs of... mere superstitious nonsense, of course. Of course. Even so, it remains a relief when the candle finally melts, and it is time to leave this place to the waves and the rocks. Oh, is that it? Oh. Well, I guess I was expecting a little bit more to that. Okay. Well, that's a Happy New Year. Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more than just, yeah, well, you know, I guess that there are worse things. So, Frost found me, and I need to stop by Polythreme. Anyways, because that's where my latest commission is. Alright, well, I'm going to take a stop by Polythreme, and the next time you see me, I should be docked at Frostfound. So we will be back here in 3, 2, and 1. Alright, loyal subjects, here we are, Frostfound. I've been waiting for this one. Show the squatters your Navigator's sigil. The plucky researcher recognizes it. I know it well. I can show you, but the way isn't easy. I'll not take anyone frail. You'll need ropes, crampons, skins, tents, and I'll want paying, of course. My bursary is wearing rather thin. Let's see. 5 supplies. Outlandish artifacts. Wounds no more than 1. Let's create our port report. Shops. Nothing. Let us save. Because I got a bad feeling about this. Alright. Okay. Who's up for some fun? Almost never remembered. He didn't exaggerate. The ice is slick as an oiled mirror. You need pitons, and spiked boots to navigate the slopes, and a misplaced foot will send great chunks of it thundering into the thirsty sea. The air bites like a bound shark. Your face is numb, your fingers stiff, your throat raw. The climb takes you around a sheer white cliff, the waters below swimming with shards of razored ice. At last, a frozen ledge. The vertical sheet of ice rises before you, reflective as a conjurer's glass. Engraved upon it 20 feet high is a navigator's sigil. Impressive, isn't it? The researcher says, dropping his pack. It's one of the old accords between Wither and Arem. It means almost never remembered. Your navigator approaches it warily. The sigil on his temple sparks with blue fire. He reaches out, his fingers touching those of his reflection in the ice, and his reflection lunges forward, whispering something in his ear. The navigator crumples into the snow. Oh, the plucky researcher says. Damn, we're going to have a devil of a time getting him back to the ship. You do, but you manage it. Back in your cozy cabin, you imbibe mulled rum. Will you ever be warm again? Speak to your Sigil-Ridden navigator to learn what happened. Well, that, okay. Yes, nah. Oh, what do I need? Oh, I need a doctor. Oh, I need a doctor. And wait. What? Wait a minute. I have a doctor. I have a doctor. What? Wait a minute, I have a doctor! What is going on here? A doctor? does that mean? There we go. Ah, okay. So alright, for some reason it wasn't registering my doctor. Unlocked when something awaits you is, stories await when you next make port. So, okay. First let's just, nope. Let me dock. Let me save. Okay. So I just need to basically get my, my meter full to the next something awaits you. And then I'll be able to speak to my Sigil-Ridden Navigator about whatever it was that happened. Okay. Alright, well, I'm just gonna tool around here a little bit until that happens. So I'll be back because I want to take care of all this business right here. Yeah, I want to take yeah. Okay, so I'll be right back. Alright, loyal subjects, I made it to Zealport, the Salt Lions, and this just popped open, so let's see what we can do with the Sigil-Ridden Navigator. His sigil has grown. It reaches down to his cheek now. The skin it mars is pitted and grey. Captain, the eyes told me. The sigil's reflection was its opposite. Or inverse. It doesn't matter. We must go north. North and north and north. To the avid horizon. To Void's approach. He struggles to rise. Where are my charts? My compass. My sounding line. Okay. Well, that's great and everything. Oh, I have nothing. Okay, we have to go back to avid horizon. Where are you? Oh, man, I just came from... Alright. Alright. Oh, easy. Alright, to Avid Horizon it is. But I'm gonna take a quick stop by Fallen London first. Because I need supplies. And I will not be going all the way up to Avid Horizon without those. So I will be right back once we are able to continue. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Although the idea of us going to Avid Horizon makes me feel really yeah, it makes me kind of nervous. Okay, but we'll be back shortly. Okay, loyal subjects, we have finally made it. I needed to do a bit of running around in order to get the strategic information. I had to go one place. Turned out to be an intriguing snippet, not strategic information, and then I couldn't bring it here. But now I have strategic information to bring to the Avid Horizon in order for the Sigil-Ridden Navigator to do his thing. Whew, okay, alright, I'm ready for it, I'm ready. This is good, okay. Oh god, see, this is why I play video games. For the story. Alright, here we go. Unforgiven. A message is carved into the wood. If you wish to return to London, if you seek the forgiveness of the Empress, if you will sacrifice all to make amends, record your name and crime. Your navigator hunts through slips of paper. They are a library of villains and villainy. There are murders, betrayals, treasons, and perjuries. He stops, stares at one, pulls it free. This is mine, he says. I wrote this. It is a confession. Beneath, in more recent and less careful letters, he has added a note. You did not answer. If I cannot be forgiven, then I will forget. The Chapel of Lights will help me for a price. He laughs wildly. Twice! I paid them twice! Once to take my memories, and once to guide me back to them. His laughter deepens to hysteria. 2 crewmen help you drag him back to your ship. Okay. His voice is dull, his sigil throbs, red as embers in the neath gloom. He hands you his confession, retreat from Void's approach. Please read. Oh. Okay. Read the first page. To whom it may concern, I hereby record my full and honest confession in the hopes of absolution in her enduring majesty's service. In May, my brother Richard and I took service on the Bonnie Swan. He is a boatswain, I is a navigator. The captain, Swinburne, was a good man, but ambitious. When we reached King Eater's castle, our supplies were low, but we pressed on in the hope of finding land. There was none. Our stores nearly depleted, we turned back, and here I committed the first of my crimes. I mistook my readings and set a bad course. For days we steamed west, into the empty dark. Our supplies ran out, and still, no sign of port. Hunger set in, and terror, and what I pray was madness. Ravening, desperate, raving, we agreed to draw lots, with the loser giving up life and flesh, so the others could go on. The first of us to draw the short straw was the captain. The second was my brother. My dear, solemn, solid Richard. There were more after. 7 times we drew. 7 of our number went into the pot, and not a one of them quietly. Those of us who made it back to port swore we would never speak of the crime, but one of us, someone with a keener conscience than mine, confessed. I fled the noose to sea again. I regret it all. I will do anything. Please. Here he scribbled his later note, when the Admiralty failed to select him for absolution through service. You did not answer. If I cannot be forgiven, then I will forget. The Chapel of Lights will help me, for a price. His eyes meet yours when you look up from the page. They are dull as old iron. I am done, madam. I am done. I have one last thing to ask of you. The truth has broken him. He buries his face in his hands. Even if I could remember, I would not want to, but it is only a matter of time until this. He runs a finger over his sigil. Takes something I cannot do without. Maybe I will forget how to breathe, or which way is north. Perhaps I will strand us all at Z again, and it'll be oaths of silence and straws in the dark. Be rid of me, madam. Put me ashore somewhere I can be forgotten. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Eat him? No! Leave me on Codex where my silence won't be questioned, or at the Empire of Hands where no one will care. Choices. You've heard that the mute exiles on Codex reward anyone who brings them a new initiate. They pay with secrets of fire. There will be no such recompense from the apes of Port Stanton, but your navigator offers to leave you his tools, charts, and notebooks in return for his passage. Oh. I will take him to Codex. You know, I like the Empire of Hands. I appreciate that option. I like that I will be given tools and more mirrors. But, I can't fathom the thought. Oh, fuck, there's Mount Nomad again. I can't fathom the idea of just leaving him there. You know, like, at the Empire of Hands. Codex, at least there are people. People who may or may not be, you know, that kind. To give you an idea of what I had to go through, I went to the Empire of Hands to get strategic information because I had that, request from the Admiralty, but I only got an intriguing snippet, so then, I couldn't use it up here at the Avid Horizon, so I went back to the Admiralty. They gave me the option to go and get strategic information, strategic intelligence from Codex. I went to Codex. I was given the option of taking on board a mute exile. I had max crew, so I couldn't do it. So she spit on the ground and she put Salt's curse on me. So I'm not exactly in any rush to go back to Codex, but my navigator here has done me a wellspring of service. I don't want to leave him just at the hands of the apes. Who knows what could happen to his soul? Wow! See? All this game. Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back here! So, you didn't see it between jumps, but I actually found something for the Presbyterian Adventuress. She wants to die in combat, like a good death in combat. So I stopped by Godfall. We spoke to the pirate monks there, and she tried to fight them, and I was like, oh, holy shit, they're actually gonna do this. Oh, wait, was it Godfall? Hunter's Keep, no. Mutton Island, no, it was Godfall. No, it was Godfall. That's where we stopped. But I was like, oh man, am I gonna complete her story too? But apparently they won't fight women, but the nuns on Abbey Rock will. So that's going to be my next destination once we wrap things up here with the Sigil-Ridden Navigator. Alright, ship, spur me forward. Quick note, for those of you who put the engines at full power, your engines will last longer because you're not draining as much fuel if you turn off your light when you do it. There's a little bit of something there. Alright, Mr. Navigator. Thus endeth your story. Allow your navigator to join the mute exiles. The stones of Codex crawl with sigils. Your navigator steps into the unfolding silence of the glum gray shore. His tattoos shivers like a nestling gull. One of the mute exiles brings him a loaf of brown algae bread. Another gives him a chipped jug of water. The navigator does not say thank you or say goodbye. From the moment he sets foot on the isle, he does not speak at all, but he takes your hand in his, briefly, before turning to the exile's cave. As you leave, one of the exiles tugs at your sleeve. He leads you to an unmarked stone the size of a church Bible, produces a chisel and hammer from his robe, and strikes the stone 3 times. It splits in half. Inside, a sigil the color of quartz glistens, trapped in the stone like a fossil. The exile gestures at you to take it. You now have 1 searing enigma. Wow. Alright. Loyal subjects, we have seen this adventure through. Oh, I'm not buying any more supplies. I'm not buying any more supplies. We have seen this adventure through. And thank you all so much for joining me on this. Yeah, I really wanted to get into this story, find a way to accomplish it, and now we have. Actually, it was very sad. I realized that he was running away from something, but I didn't realize just how much of a burden and what he had done. I mean, eating his brother. This game. Oh god, this game. Alright, on the next episode, we're going to see what happens to the Presbyterian adventurers. I'm going to try and see what the duel... I'm just, at this point, it's like, hey, if I got a lead on something interesting, I'm going to do it. Anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out everything else we got going on the California Kings channel. We'll see you on the next episode. Thank you so much.